The crackle of incoming fire pins down the squad in a dusty Afghan wadi. From a nearby ridge, an insurgent PKM opens up, its deep, rhythmic thump, thump, thump sending rounds snapping overhead. The earth seems to tremble with each burst. Then, a different sound answers, the sharp, ripping brrr rap of an M249 SAW. The American automatic rifleman has found a firing position, and suddenly the balance of the firefight shifts. These two machine guns represent competing philosophies of squad-level firepower. One is America's attempt to give every infantry squad its own lightweight, belt-fed weapon. The other is Russia's timeless design for overwhelming volume of fire. But when lead starts flying, which system truly dominates the battlefield? The American squad automatic, the M249 SAW. The M249 squad automatic weapon was born from a painful lesson learned in the jungles of Vietnam. The infantry needed more firepower. The story of the SAW begins with American soldiers facing enemy PKMs and RPDs, outgunned by sustained automatic fire. Enter the FN Herstal-designed M249, a 5.56mm light machine gun that could use both standard M16 magazines and linked belts. I remember talking with an army sergeant who carried a SAW in Iraq's Anbar province. When that thing started talking, he said, everyone knew the fight had changed. Weighing just 17 pounds empty, the SAW gave squads mobile, devastating firepower. The quick-change barrel system meant it could sustain fire through prolonged engagements, while its compatibility with NATO ammunition simplified logistics. But the SAW has its demons. The complex feed tray mechanism can be temperamental when dirty, and the relatively light 5.56mm round lacks the penetration and range of its larger Russian counterpart. In the mountains of Afghanistan, many SAW gunners wished for more reach when engaging enemies across wide valleys. The Russian powerhouse, the PKM. Meanwhile, the PKM represents Russian military doctrine in its purest form, simple, reliable, and overwhelmingly powerful. Designed by Mikhail Kalashnikov himself, the PKM, chambered in 7.62 54-meter, has been the backbone of Soviet and Russian squads since the 1960s. A veteran of the Syrian conflict once described the PKM to me as the hammer that never breaks. Weighing just under 18 pounds with its skeletonized barrel and receiver, the PKM is remarkably lightweight for its caliber. The long-stroke piston system inherited from the AK platform makes it incredibly reliable in sand, snow, and mud. Its 7.62mm round punches through walls, light armor, and body armor that would stop 5.56mm rounds cold. Yet this power comes with consequences. The heavier ammunition means carriers can transport less, and the significant recoil makes accurate burst fire more challenging. The PKM doesn't just fire, it dominates the space around it, both audibly and physically. The dual range and reliability. Picture two automatic riflemen facing each other across a 800-meter valley. The SAW gunner, equipped with an optic and bipod, lays down precise bursts. His 5.56mm rounds are flat-shooting and manageable, allowing him to walk fire onto target. But beyond 600 meters, his rounds lose energy rapidly, bouncing harmlessly off cover that the PKM would penetrate. The PKM gunner, using his simple iron sights, delivers powerful arcing fire that maintains energy at extreme ranges. His ammunition, while heavier, has the punch to reach out and touch targets the SAW can only dream of engaging. In reliability tests, the PKM consistently outperforms in extreme conditions. I've seen videos of PKMs pulled from swampy ground after years, cleaned quickly, and fired without issue. The SAW, while generally reliable, demands more careful maintenance, especially its feed mechanism, which can jam if debris enters the system. The human experience. Carrying the weight of war. There's an intimacy to carrying a squad automatic weapon that riflemen never experience. The SAW gunner moves with the constant rattle of 200 rounds in his assault pack. The weight distribution, awkward but familiar. In Mosul, a Marine described the psychological impact of his SAW. When I fired, the entire squad advanced. That sound was their cue to move. Contrast this with a Wagner Group fighter's account from Bakhmut. My PKM was our anchor. When everything was chaos, the deep sound of that gun told everyone we were still fighting. The SAW gunner is part of the squad's maneuver element, while the PKM gunner often serves as the base of fire around which the squad operates. These different roles reflect fundamental differences in American and Russian infantry tactics. The modern battlefield, evolution and adaptation. Both weapons have evolved to meet modern combat needs. The M249 has seen the para model for airborne troops and the PIP program extending its service life. The PKM has spawned the PKP Pecheneg with its fixed, forced air-cooled barrel for sustained fire. Yet the core differences remain philosophical. America values precision and ammunition commonality within the squad. Russia prioritizes overwhelming firepower and penetration. In Ukraine, we've seen both weapons used to devastating effect. The SAW in mobile infantry squads, the PKM in defensive positions where its long-range punch proves decisive against advancing infantry. So, which system claims superiority? The answer lies in the nature of the fight. For rapid deployment, mobile warfare and ammunition logistics, the M249 SAW offers unparalleled versatility. It enables squads to maneuver under its own suppressive fire. But for defensive operations, penetrating power and extreme range engagements, the PKM remains king of the battlefield. Its legendary reliability and powerful cartridge make it a weapon that commands respect across every conflict zone on Earth. In the end, both have earned their place in infantry history, the SAW as the nimble, modern squad automatic, and the PKM as the timeless, uncompromising machine gun that continues to define fire superiority across generations of warfare.